Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. How are you? How have you been? It's been a while. This is the first long video that I'm filming this year. You have probably seen empties before this, but I have filmed that last year, as I usually do. Yeah, welcome. Today I am gonna be doing a, how should we call this? Recent favorites slash things that I forgot to talk about in 2022 favorites slash, can I actually call it 2022 favorites? It's pushing it, so yeah, call it whatever you like. I will also be doing a Project Tempan update. I haven't done that in months. I have quite a few products finished. I feel like it took me a long time to actually finish products, and then once I did, they started coming faster. So yeah, I will be doing that. If you're only interested in that, I will have a timeline, so you can skip right to things, although I would appreciate it if you watch the whole video, but if you don't have time, I understand it. I have cut my hair again. Actually, only bangs. I only cut my front hair. I'm trying to let the rest of my hair grow, so I'm not really doing much with it. I actually go with this hairstyle 90% of the time. I almost never let my hair down right now because it is very short and I really don't know how to style it. That's it. So yeah, I feel like the past few long videos I have done something different to my hair. So this time is bangs. Next time, who knows what it is. I'm definitely not bleaching it again. But anyways, let's get into the video. I have quite a few products to talk about, but I'm gonna try to go through them as fast as I can, even though I always talk so much. Let's get into it. Let's start with makeup, because I have some different categories. I'm gonna start with base things, and these are products that mostly I haven't talked about last year, and also some more recent things that I maybe discovered or loved this year. This hair is quite high maintenance. It's fun, but it's very high maintenance, so I don't think I will be cutting bangs again. I think I'm just gonna let it grow. I really like it, but I have to fix it like 2 or 3 times a day. Anyways, yeah, let's start. Most of the things that I'm gonna be talking about are things that I haven't really talked about in my favorites last year, but I have 3 products that I have mentioned before, but I have to mention because they were the top base products that I used last year. So I just have to mention them very, very briefly. Starting off with a Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. It has very beautiful finish. It's not matte. It's more like a natural finish, but it has some glow to it, but it's not super glowy. So if you want a tinted moisturizer slash low coverage foundation, then this is the one. And you don't want it to be very glowy like most of tinted moisturizers, then this is definitely for you. I would say this has light to medium coverage, mostly medium. I love how it sits on the skin. My skin looks amazing every time I wear it. I wear it both during the day, during the night. It looks amazing for events or every day, anything. I really love it. It's a higher end foundation, but for me, it's worth it. It's really nice. This is one of the things that I have gravitated towards most last year, especially if I'm going somewhere. And then we have the 2 tinted moisturizers that are actually tinted moisturizers. The Fenty Beauty Eaze Drops Foundation, or Tinted Skin Tint, and the Rare Beauty, what is this called? Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer. So those are different and they have similar coverage. They're both light coverage, but they definitely do have some coverage. This has a natural finish. This has a very glowy finish. So depending on what I am going for, I would use both of them. These 3 products right here last year have definitely been my go-to. Like no matter what, I could trust them. I could rely on them. So I just wanted to mention them briefly because I felt an obligation to do that, you know. Now recently I have been using a couple of products a lot. So these are the by Beauty Act. Both of them is the KIKO's own brand. This is the Luminous Complexion Foundation and the Luminous Complexion Concealer. Now these are very light coverage. It says on the packaging that they are medium coverage, but I would say light to medium, more on the light side. The reason why I like them is that they are super lightweight. This has been my foundation and concealer that I have been gravitating most towards in my everyday makeup. They are super light on the skin. They apply beautifully. I wouldn't say they are like super luminous. They're not as glowy as this one, but they're definitely not matte. Yeah, I would say like a natural finish, maybe a little bit glowy, but not that much in my opinion. It it looks more like skin, you know. I've been loving those too. I did a testing, you can find them on my shorts or reels or everywhere, basically testing these products out, and I really like how they look on my skin. The concealer and the foundation, they do have a matte version of this, but I haven't tried that one. If the formula is as good as this one, then yeah, go for it. This is a very light coverage concealer, so if you want a fuller coverage concealer, then this is probably not for you, but it has worked just fine for my dark circles, and I do have quite dark circles. For day to day, it has been definitely fine. Let's move on to the next one. Speaking of base products, I have two brushes, which are basically the same brush that I love to apply my base products with. They have become my new favorite. So I bought the first one actually when I was in Spain. I randomly found this in a drugstore. It looked interesting. I couldn't even try to see how it is because it was packed in a packaging, so I couldn't really touch it, but it looked very interesting. I was like, let's try it. It was drugstore, so very affordable. I loved it. I used it mostly to apply blush. And then I recently found this in a Norwegian store too. So I was like, yes, they are in Norway too. I can buy them again. So I bought a new one. So I used this one for my foundation and I use this one for my blush. As you can see, they are flat top, but they have an angle on them. And they are quite fluffy, but at the same time they are stiff enough to actually pick up product. The product doesn't go around like a fluffier brush, I would say. I love them. They apply the base products so beautifully. They do not leave streaks. It gives enough coverage. It's not like a sponge or anything. So yeah, they are beautiful. I love them. What are they called? That's a good question. The writing has rubbed off, so I'm not sure exactly what are they called. I will leave that in the description down below, but something blah 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 liquid foundation. So I do believe that these are meant for foundation, but they do work amazing for cream products. And I have even used them for cream bronzer in the past. If you can get your hands onto these brushes, they are amazing. They're very lightweight, so yeah, they do look a little bit cheap, I would say, but they are amazing, so get them. Speaking of cream bronzer, I have discovered a new cream bronzer this year. I haven't been using many different types of cream bronzers this year. I've mostly been using my Milk Makeup bronzer because I am trying to finish it, but I don't think that will happen this year. This is the Anastasia cream bronzer in the shade Amber. I've had my eyes on this for a long time and it was on sale at some point and I was like, yes, it looks like this. It has a lot of product inside. From the moment I started using it, I fell in love with it. This is so easy to blend. It's not a stiff product. It is very blendable. The shade of it, it's beautiful. It spreads very nicely. This is a very, very good bronzer. It's a bit pricey, but again, it has a lot of product. So do not underestimate cream products, okay? So yeah, a lot of product inside, so I think it's worth the money. Now, another cream product that I have is this by the same brand as the foundations. I actually bought them at the same time. This is a cream blush. Not that I didn't have enough cream blushes, but here I am buying more cream blushes. And I might have just ordered 2 more liquid blushes today. I might. I can neither confirm nor deny. So yeah, this is in the shade Partner in Crime. It looks a little bit overwhelming. It's this cool toned pink color. And if you know me, I don't really use cool tones, especially base products. The color online didn't exactly look like this. So when I first got it, I was like, oh, this will probably not work for me. But then I started using it and it looked beautiful. Now, this is a very sheer product and very, very luminous glowy product. This is a very affordable brand, by the way. It's almost like if you consider like KIKO is like the Scandinavian Sephora, this is like the Sephora collection brand, you know. I was very pleasantly surprised by this because I didn't think that the shade would match me, but it looks really nice on the skin. You can build it up. It does have its limitation because it is a sheer product and because it is so luminous, I don't think you could be able to build it up that much as a more pigmented blush, for example. When I wear this one, I do not need to use any cream highlighter. It looks almost like I sweated, but I do love that look, so I do really like this product. I have been mostly positively impressed by this brand so far. I really like the brushes. I've tried a few of them. I really like these two products and this. The highlighter was nice too, but again, I didn't feel the need to use it that much. Try this one. If you live in a Scandinavian country and you have access to KIKO, try this one. I really like this product. I have a brow product. I have to talk about this. I did a whole video where I reviewed a bunch of brow pens that I had, and this one was my favorite of them all by far. This is the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. I'm not gonna ramble about this so much because I did a whole video about it. It's very blendable, it's very slim. You can create very thin brow-like hair-like strokes. It's brush tip, very easy to use, and it's drugstore. I think this has only positives. If you've been meaning to try a brow pen, go for this. It's not expensive and you would love it. I just had to mention this because this was the highlight of last year, the best found of last year. I also have to talk about this product because I also did, when was it I did it? It might have been a year and a half by now, but I did a video where, again, I tested different eye primers to see if they're actually worth it, if they work, because I used to always put concealer as an eye base. And since I did this video, I have been using this product every single time I do my eye makeup, and I've had it for a while. It had been sitting on my drawers for a long time and I didn't use it, but since I did that video, I've been using it all the time, and I cannot use concealer anymore as a base. This, by the way, by Milani, the Milani eye primers. It has a slight tint to it. It's not super high coverage, but it does even out the skin tone just a little bit, and it definitely makes the shadows last longer. I had to mention this because I've used it so much. Okay, and I have two lip products to talk about. One of them is this lipstick by KIKO Milano, the Velvet Passion matte lipstick. It's not super matte, it's more, yeah, it's velvety. It's this beautiful color right here. Again, it is a product that stayed on my drawers for a very long time until I decided to like bring it out again and play with it, and I kept finding myself reaching out for this again because I truly love the way this looks on my lips. I really like this series, so if you have a chance to try them, try this Velvet Passion lipstick series. And another product, when I go out, I mostly use glosses because honestly, even if I do like a lipstick or liquid lipstick or whatever, and I take it with me on my bag, I don't really use them afterwards. So I would usually go and reapply a gloss or a lip balm instead of, because I just cannot be bothered. The one product that I reached the most, especially when I went out last year, was this one, the Fenty Heat Hot Cherry, the gloss balm, you know? I love it. It makes your lips look super juicy. Yeah, you probably have tried the gloss balms before, but if you haven't tried this shade, give it a try because it is truly beautiful. Speaking of lips, and moving on to skincare, I have a product that I actually forgot to talk about in my favorites at some point last year. This is the Laneige Lip Treatment Balm, and you probably know how hyped up the lip sleeping mask from Laneige have been for the past few years. I've had that one and I used for a long time. I didn't think that they did too much for my lips. I mean, it was nice, it was a nice experience, but I would wake up with dry lips. I think the product will go away very fast, especially if I didn't fall asleep, you know, at once. So I've decided to try this one after I've heard a lot about this product. It comes with a spatula, so that it is easier for you to take and you can store it again back here. Now, the lip sleeping mask also had the spatula, but that one did not go into the cup. I would just leave it out and it would get full of dust and I wouldn't be able to use it again, so I never ended up using that one. But this one is so genius because you put it inside and first of all you don't lose it, and secondly it doesn't collect dust. What? It doesn't collect dust. You can use it straight away. You don't have to go and wash it or anything, which is amazing. It makes me use it so much more. But also the formula of this, it is so good, in my opinion, better than the lip sleeping mask. I'm sorry, I'm trying to go through this as fast as I can because I have a lot of stuff to talk about. But it smells so good. I do think that this is the only version of this that they have. It has like a slight shimmer to it, but again, I only used that night, so it doesn't really make any difference for me. But the thing is, it does leave your lips hydrated and they stay like that for a long time. So for me, this has been a lot more efficient and effective than the other sleeping mask. I really like this product and I thought I should mention it because I forgot last year. So there you have it. We have I have discovered a new cleansing balm. I have stuck to my Vanilla Co Cleanse Zero cleansing balm for a very long time, but this year I have discovered one that I like too. Actually, a little bit more than my Vanilla Co balm. This is the Beauty of Joseon Radiance Cleansing Balm. It comes in a packaging like this. I really like the consistency of this balm. For me, of course, it has to work and melt down your makeup and remove it and all that good stuff. But it also has to have a nice consistency. Like, it has to melt nicely. And I don't want to work too hard for a product like this. And I have tried a couple other products last year that I didn't like them so much because of the consistency. I think I have mentioned them in my empties. You probably have seen them. But yeah, I really like the consistency of this and it does a great job of melting down my makeup. So this has become my new favorite cleansing balm. I am excited to try more stuff by this brand. I have heard very good things about them. I want to briefly talk about my favorite moisturizer for the winter. This is the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Moist Cream with 10 types of hyaluronic acid. I think it used to be 4 types before, but this is probably a newer formula or version and now it has 10 types. So yeah, deep moisturizer, balances oil and moisture. This has, for me, the perfect consistency for a moisturizer for the winter when my skin is super dry. I love it. I use it mostly during the night because that's when I need more moisture and hydration. I've talked about this before, I'm not gonna ramble on about it. Yeah, I love it for the winter. If you have dry skin or even if you have normal skin, this is a great moisturizer for the winter, for the nighttime. And the last skincare product that I have, this is the HoliFrog Superior Omega Nutritive Gel Wash. Now, I have wanted to try this brand before, but it is actually a bit pricey. I did buy this one on sale. I've heard good things about it, and when I saw it on sale, I was like, okay, it's about time that I try this. I really love the packaging. I think the packaging of this is very cute, but I was very surprised by this cleanser. First of all, it does not have a scent to it, which I did not expect. I don't know why. I expected it to smell nice, but anyways, the moment I started using it and also smelled it, the smell is not super pleasant. It's like a product that doesn't have scent, but it actually have a smell to it, you know, but it's not like a nice scent. So I was like, oh, this is probably gonna be one of those cleansers that I don't really like. But I was very, very pleasantly surprised because this product is very simple, but in a good way. Because I have had simple cleansers before, like for example, what was that one? I think one from CeraVe. It was very simple and nice, but for me it wasn't like enough. It was a bit too simple. This one is simple but enough for me. I really enjoy this. I like how it feels on the skin. I feel like it does clean my skin without stripping it from its natural oils, especially for me that I have dry skin. It worked really nicely. Overall, a really simple and effective product. I mean, it would be nice, personally, if it had a little bit more of a pleasant scent, but it doesn't bother me that much, you know, because I've tried, what was it, a Cosrx pH morning cleanser, I think. I did not like the smell of it, and it made me not want to use it. So for me, it's kind of important that it is a little bit pleasant to use, and I do want to try more from this brand. Very nice. And now I have 2 perfumes to talk about, and then we can move on to Project Tempan. First of all, I have this Jo Malone Orange Blossom Cologne. It does smell exactly like orange blossom. It does remind me of when I used to live in Greece, even though this could be considered more like a spring perfume because it's so fresh and smells like blossom and everything. I do use it basically all of the time, and mostly I love to use this in the gym because it's such a lightweight and fresh perfume. I don't know, it just attracts me so much. So every time I go to choose a perfume to wear at the gym, I wear this one. I've been truly loving this one. Try this one. And then a newest addition to my collection is this one. Now it launched recently. This is the Dior J'adore. I think this is just Perfume d'eau, you know. This does not have alcohol, so it's great for people that have sensitive skin and do not tolerate alcohol on their perfume. So you'll probably be able to wear this one. I've never had this perfume before. My sister actually had it. Actually, Ale bought this one as a gift for me, and I was like, yeah, okay. Even though my sister has it, and I don't usually tend to wear perfumes that she has because it doesn't feel like my perfume, I haven't had the problem wearing this one, and I've actually wore it quite a lot because it is very fresh. I mean, this is a very popular perfume, so you probably know already how this smells. I really like it, and I've been enjoying it a lot and worn it a lot last year and this year, and I'm actually wearing it right now. So there you have it. Try it. It feels really nice on the skin, and it smells amazing. It does last quite a bit actually, especially if you put quite a bit. You will definitely smell it. Even though it doesn't have alcohol, it doesn't mean that it's not long lasting, you know, and I shouldn't hold it like that. Those were all of my favorites. My mouth is so tired, but we do have to go through a lot more. Okay, let's quickly do Project 10 pan. Let's do that. Okay, quickly, before we go into the Project 10 pan, I have to talk about a last favorite that I have, this thing right here. So as you can see, this is one of those hair clips that is very popular. I mean, I really like this one because it is like Tor. Just clip your hair, and it's supposed to basically do not change the shape of your hair when you pin them down, you know. But I do like it for a different reason. Or it's like, I do like this one as a product, but I do like it for a specific technique that I do with this one. So I do use them obviously to pin my hair down, and I like that it doesn't leave any mark or anything. But the reason why I am mentioning this one, and I cannot believe that I haven't thought about this before, especially now that I have bangs. Maybe you haven't noticed, but I have a thing right here. The way that my hair grows, it just grows upwards here. My mom has it too, so it's genetic. This part right here does not go downwards, and it usually stays like this. Yeah, like this, if you can see it. This has been the pain of my existence. It's pretty high on the list. I have struggled with this my whole life. Even though I have straighteners and blow dryers and everything, this has still been a problem forever. It was only, just like the saying is, I was today years old when I realized that the way that your hair dries makes a huge difference to how they sit afterwards. Yeah. I used to sleep with wet hair all the time. I would shower before I went to sleep, and I would sleep like that. And I usually lift my hair up on the pillow, and when I would wake up, my hair would have a lot of volume on my roots, and that's something that I did not like. It's not like cute volume, like almost like dry shampoo volume, you know. It's like sits up, and it's super difficult to comb it down. Even if you straighten your hair, it does not comb down. I did not realize that that's mostly because I sleep with wet hair upwards. The moment I started letting my hair dry completely and I did not go to sleep with wet hair, that's when I realized that shit, this makes a huge difference. So where does this one come to place? Even if my hair is like completely dry, I would wet this portion of my hair where it grows upwards, and then I would put this one literally like this right at the root of my upwards growth, and then I would blow dry it like this, and I would even keep it straight like this, and my upgrowing hair actually stays downwards. Like, why have I not thought about this before? I don't know. Even when I have my normal side bangs, this will definitely save me a lot of headache, and it would make my hair actually sit downwards. You have no idea how much I have struggled with these things. Like, I've tried everything except from this trick. But yeah, anyways, for that reason, this has been a lifesaver. And if you have the same problem, wet your hair and dry them the way that you want them to stay. It makes such a huge difference. Anyway, I thought I should mention that one. I thought I should keep it out of my chest. And if you knew about this, then why didn't you tell me? Let's move on to empties. No. Project 10 pan. Well, empties. Project 10 pan, but Project 10 pan. My battery is about to die. What a surprise. I have actually finished a lot of products this time. It has been taking me months, but I managed to finish a lot of products. I have finally finished the Mario Badescu setting spray. It actually took me so much longer than I thought it would. Like, let me see when I actually put this one in the project. Alright, we're back. It has been a few minutes, or more hours since I filmed, I had to charge my battery, and then I made dinner and ate, and here we are. Let's continue. Where were we? I was talking about this guy right here, the Mario Badescu setting spray, and I was trying to check when I actually put this one in the Project 10 pan. So you might remember I had a bigger bottle of this. I don't remember how much it contained, but it was a bigger bottle, and then I had this one too, and they were just sitting there and not being used, and honestly I was just not crazy about this product anymore, and I just wanted to get rid of it. Basically, it was starting to get too old. I used to love it back in the day. Anyways, as I can see here, I think I put this product in the Project 10 pan probably in July 2021. That's almost 2 years ago, and I was thinking it's just a setting spray. I use a lot of setting spray, so it will probably not take me that long. Little did I know it took me over a year to actually finish it. I mean, it was a lot of product. It was 1.5 bottle. If I combined both of them together, it was one big bottle, but either way it took a lot longer than I expected it, because actually I use mostly cream products, and when I use only cream products I don't really feel the need to melt down everything and kind of mush them in together, you know, because they're cream products, they're not powders. But there were phases. I actually really like using this during the summer because it has aloe and it's a little bit refreshing and it smells nice and fresh, so I use it quite a bit after the beach, for example. But yeah, anyways, I managed to finally finish it. I had slow progress, and at the end, as you can see, I managed to do quite a bit in 2 months basically. Towards the end I was using it a lot because I wanted to finally get rid of this product, and yeah, now it's done. Okay, next I have a tinted moisturizer. I actually added this one after I did the latest update, so I haven't really said that I was going to put it in the Project 10 pan. This one didn't have that much left. This is a squeezy tube. Hopefully you will be able to see that it is completely empty. I mean, it's supposed to create a vacuum and the air doesn't get in, but I think the packaging kind of broke, and now the air goes in and maybe you wouldn't be able to tell that it's completely finished. Trust me, it is. I tried even opening the cap part right here, but I couldn't do it. But anyways, I squeezed everything that I could. I can't physically get more of this product unless I cut the packaging and get inside, but this time I will not be doing that. This is the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer by Colourpop, if I didn't say that. So I did buy this one a few years back, and I wanted to like it, but I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. I mean, this was before the whole tinted moisturizer hype. After trying all of these newer skin tints, I found much better formulas later. But either way, I didn't like this product so much because I feel like, first of all, it did not have much coverage. It had very little coverage and it would be streaky, so I always had to go over it with a sponge to remove any streaks, and I kind of felt like it kind of sat on top of my skin. But overall, this was a product I didn't really enjoy. I know some other people loved it, but I didn't really like it. Also, it was a little bit light for me too, but nevertheless I finished it. I used it quite a bit before I even put it in the Project 10 pan for the purpose of just getting it used, but I actively put it in the Project 10 pan a while ago. I mean, how long has it been since my last update? It's been many months. My last update was in June of 2022, and I actually finished it quite fast because I had already done a little bit of work before I actively put it in the project. Anyway, I am very happy that I finished this. I didn't really enjoy it, and I'll definitely not be buying this again. Same goes for this. Moving on to the next product. I have a mascara, which I believe this was also added after my latest update. This is a KIKO Milano Unmeasurable Length Fiber Extension Effect Mascara. I did not love this mascara. I don't feel like it did much for my lashes. It is dried, so the wand doesn't look exactly how it used to, but maybe you'll be able to tell. It has kind of separated balls of fibers, or not fibers, but the wand itself. Yes, it was a little bit lengthening, but it wasn't that much lengthening, and I just don't feel like it did much for my lashes. It wasn't anything special. I wanted to like it. KIKO Milano has some good mascaras, but I wasn't very impressed by it, and I was like, okay, let's just use it up or until it dries out so that I can get rid of it. But that took a long time. Unlike some other mascaras, like the L'Oreal Paradise mascara that dries out super fast, this actually took a long time to dry out or to get used up. It was relatively fast, I mean, comparing to the other products, but still also took longer than I actually expected. Anyways, let's move on. I have one more makeup product to talk about. I finally finished this damn lipstick. This is a Primark lipstick in the shade Desert Sand. I had put this. Hi guys. Hi to you too. I'm just checking my old videos to see when I think it was here. Yeah, I think I put this product in the project in the beginning of 2021. So that has been 2 years. 2 years to finish a freaking lipstick. And I actually use it mostly as blush on my face. So I use it up much faster than if I had used it only on my lips, even though this is a nude lipstick. Yeah, you might remember that I opened it and I used up this part right here, which I had heard from somewhere that some lipsticks have a backup of product after you have finished it. So I was like, okay, let's see if it's actually true, and it was. And I don't know if you're actually supposed to use that product, but I did, and fortunately my skin is fine. I totally finished it after a very, very long time. I was over this freaking thing because I couldn't use other cream blushes that I have so many of, and I wanted to play with because I wanted to finish it. So yeah, now it's gone forever. So basically I finished 4 makeup products in 6 months. And I have a nail polish. I also finished the freaking nail polish. I have used it completely up, and I kind of washed it a little bit with acetone so that you'll be able to see, because there was just product around and you wouldn't be able to see, but I promise I have completely used it up. Here are the markings. This is the Korean nail color in 39 green seaweed, and I have to say I really like this color, and I have bought a similar one from a different brand, but this was actually a gift from my friend from back in 2016. That's why I put it in the project, because it was just starting to get a little bit too old. I was like, I like to use products up that have been in my collection for years and years. I mean, 2016, it's, let me do the math, 6 years. No, it's more. What? 7 years. 7 years. Technically, nail polish does not expire, but the formula does start to get a little bit drier with the time. I mean, it wasn't a huge bottle, but it take me a lot of time. Anyways, I finished this one. I'm very pleased about it, and let's move on to the products that I'm working on right now. First, I have to tell you that I actually have removed 2 products from the project just to put them in again in the future, probably. One of them is the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Lala. You might have seen I've talked about it in previous updates. And the other one is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I removed those products mostly because I wanted to add some other products that I believed that I would finish faster, and or maybe I just wanted to add some products to the project, period, you know, especially the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. It was taking way too long, so I was like, I need to put other products that might take a little bit less time, because you know what, when products take way too long and you see zero progress, or like you don't finish anything in a very long time, it kind of gets a little bit disheartening and not very motivating to keep going. And I have a lot of those, unfortunately. So yeah, I removed those for now. And the Hourglass Primer, I like it, and it's nice for travel because it's a mini size, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna put it back again, although the reason why I put it there was because it was a little bit too old, but we'll see in the future. For now, it's back in the collection. So let's talk about what I'm working on with right now, or actually the new additions, and then I will tell you about the rest from before. New additions, I put this highlighter in the shade On the Cast. This was the collab with Kathleen Lights. It's also very old. I had 2 of them. The other shade that I had was in the project, and I used it almost completely up until it fell on the floor, just like it happens sometimes. I did not pick it up, but it wasn't that much left. So yeah, I decided to put the other one too, just because I wanted to use it before it dries out completely, you know, because this kind of products tend to dry out quite fast-ish. I mean, it has been years since I bought it. It's kind of understandable, but either way, I just didn't want it to be unusable, you know. I just wanted to get my money's worth out of this product, and it is a really nice product. It's not that I don't enjoy it. Yeah, this is how it's looking right now. The issue is that because I use mostly cream products, and a lot of my blushes are really glowing, not all of them, but a lot of them, I don't often feel the need for a highlighter, so that complicates things. So I don't use it as often as I would have a while back. It's a product that I guess it wouldn't take too long to finish, but from experience I know that it does take a little bit time. The lessons that I got from this project is that we often underestimate how long it takes to finish products. Moving on, that's one. After I finished this setting spray, I thought, let's put a different setting spray. This time I added this from Morphe. This is a Luminous setting spray. Basically, the past few months I have started using setting spray a lot again. I kind of enjoy just spraying it on my face, even though it might not be as necessary as if I was to use only powders, you know. But anyways, I've used quite a bit so far. I've only had it for a few months. I think it's 1.5 months or maybe 2. So I do believe I will finish it quite fast. And the reason why this is in the project and bun is that when the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist is one of my favorite, my top setting sprays. Let's hope that Morphe doesn't go out of business completely. One time I was like, let's try more setting sprays from Morphe since I like that one so much. And this one is Luminous. I was like, I'm all about luminous products and I wanted to try it. And I did not like it as much as the Continuous Setting Mist. Honestly, when I first bought it and tried it, it was mostly the scent of it. Oh my god, my hair. The scent of it that I didn't really enjoy and kind of kept me from using it. It has a really nice mist. Yeah, the mist is really nice. I have no complaints there. So it was basically the scent and the fact that I don't feel like this one is that luminous. Like, it's totally okay. I'm tasting it right now. It is totally okay, but for a setting spray that claims to be luminous, I expected more glow. It's an okay product, especially now that I put it in the project and I've started using it again. The scent doesn't bother me as much as it used to. I have no problem using it. I am enjoying it. I just think it was an okay product. I don't think I will buy it again. Moving on, what else did I add? I added a brow product this time. I added the Linda Hallberg Infinity Brows Sketch and Sculpt in the shade Dark Brown. I have 2 of this. The reason why I put this one, first of all, I've had it for a while, and except from that, I've talked about this product also in my brow pens video, and if you've seen that, you might know that the pen side of this, I just don't like. I don't use it for the reasons that I use brow pens to create those thin hair-like strokes, because this is a felt tip and it's very difficult to get very slim precision strokes because the pigment does not get on the very tip of the tip. So basically this is kind of a useless product for me, but because I hate throwing shit away, I decided just to use it instead of a brow pen to fill in my brows, and if I want those hair-like strokes at the tail of my brow, then I'll just go in with a different brow pen. Although on my everyday makeup I just don't bother with that at all. I just use this one, the pen side, and then a little bit brow gel. And even though it's not my preferred or absolutely preferred style of brows, it works for every day. I mean, who cares? So the pen side is pretty alright. Actually, it's a little bit on the harder side, but I did enjoy using it. At the moment I'm only using the pen side instead of a pencil side, you know, so kind of the same function, so that's why I don't use both ends. I just want to finish the liquid of this first, and then I might just try to finish this one, or I don't know what I'm gonna do. I will finish the whole thing, because before I was thinking that I will probably just use the pencil side and throw this away. Now I'm like, yeah, but I can get use out of this too. That's where we're at right now. It's kind of hard to know how much there is still left. I always leave this upside down just because I want all the liquid to actually go to the tip of the pen. I'll basically use it until there's no color coming out, and it was just fine. I mean, I have used it today. My brows are fine, you know, especially now that I have my hair like this. You can barely see them anyway. I'll let you know when this finishes, and I'll then decide if I will keep this product in the project until I finish the pen side too, or maybe I'll move on to the other one of this that I have, because I have 2 of them in 2 shades. So this product for me is not something that I would repurchase, although the pencil side is fine. I need both of the sides to be useful to me for me to repurchase the product. So that's why this is in the project. Let's move on. I decided to put a loose powder in the project. Yeah, you heard that right. Yeah, it's kind of hard to make everything like sit straight. Even though I do like this all the time, it's kind of hard to get it to even up. I have marked this one. I have about half of it left. I guess I don't remember exactly how much it was filled when I first bought it, but it's kind of hard to mark it precisely, so this is going to be a little bit difficult to show progress on. I decided to add this one because I think I have about 6 or 7 loose powders or powders in general, and I don't use powder anymore. I don't even set my under eyes with powder. Yeah, I haven't bought a powder in years. I don't even know when was the last time I did, but I know it's many years ago. I keep these powders in my collection. I'm like, yeah, but they are good powders, even though I don't use powder that much. So now I've decided to just free the space. I could give them away to somebody, but they are pretty old, and I'm like, I don't know. I'd rather use it myself. I did buy this powder actually in New York in 2017. No, 17 or 18. Also, quite a few years ago. It is time to start using things up. Things that I don't need anymore. I want my collection to shrink to my absolutely favorite products. I'm done with having a product in 50 different shades or 50 different powders, you know. I just want the products that I absolutely love, and I get satisfaction over finishing products, not throwing them away, even though I should probably throw away a lot of them. So I have the powder. I do not set my under eyes with it. I just don't like the look of it, even though this is a nice powder. Have I told you which one it is? This is the Maybelline Fit Me loose finishing powder in the shade Fairlight 10. It's not that light actually. It is a little bit dark for my skin tone, even though I have like a light medium skin tone. I have actually started using it on my chin area. Hopefully this will not take too long. We'll see. Okay, now those were all the new additions, 3 products. Let's move on to what I already have, because this video is getting too long. I still have this guy right here because of course I still have it if I never use it. I have it on my lips today, and yeah, I have been trying to use it when I go out sometimes, but it has too much product. Next, speaking of too much product, I still have this guy right here, and I actually, when I take the update pictures, which is not every month because there's not a lot of progress from month to month, so I take it every 2 or 3 months. When I put it back inside, it's a little bit hard to kind of turn it and get it in. I do leave some of it, like for example now I have left some of it out, and I tell myself I will take a progress picture when I finish this specific product that I have on top sitting out right now, and I finished that in this previous progress picture, and when I went to see the progress, it still looks like there is not much progress. I don't know what I will do with this. I literally use it every time I do my makeup, and I still don't think it's enough, but I am determined to finish it because I'm pissed about it, you know. So do not underestimate your products. Another bronzer, the Hoola bronzer. It's a mini one. I have some good progress, or quite a bit of dent on this one. Again, I only use it for nose contouring, and I don't think that will help a lot, so I think I need to start using it on my face too, even if I don't use powder bronzers anymore. Yeah, well, there is that. Next, I have quite good progress on this guy right here. This is a lip pencil, the primer one. I have very little left. I don't know, it might take, it will take a couple of months maybe. It depends on how much I use it. I have tried my best to use it as much as I can lately. But let's see, how long have I had this one? Yeah, wow. No, it's not that one. I've had, where is it? This one almost from the beginning of the project, since 2020. Oh my god, 3 years. 3 years, and I still haven't finished it. This is definitely my longest product in the project. So this one I had too long ago, maybe a few months. I imagined myself using this much faster, but I'm not good with lip products. I only use lip balm or lip gloss, so. But yeah, I'm happy with the progress, but I think it's definitely gonna be probably the best. What am I talking about? Slate. Probably the first product from all of these products that I will finish. And then another product that will take me literally forever, this palette right here. I have this shade right here. I have some progress on it, quite a bit actually. This shade right here, and I only have about this much left. It's quite good. I've almost finished one of all of this shade, and I wanted to be on the record that I've actually used up the whole freaking thing. It didn't break. I've used the whole freaking thing since I put this palette in the project and pan. And again, I do have good dents in mostly these shades right here, browns, and also this shimmery shade. I've used it quite a bit. Yeah, I don't know. It will literally take me forever to finish it. I will die and I will still have this product to use, especially if I aim to finish all of the shades, but I don't think that's realistic. I do want to finish quite a few of them, but yeah, no. And yeah, one more palette because one was not enough. My reasoning behind this was that this is a very powdery palette and a lot of product comes out every time you dip your brush into the product, and I was like, yeah, I will finish this fast. I mean, this is not a very hard pressed palette which will take more time to actually finish this. Yeah, we do have some progress. This shade right here, which is basically the easiest of them to use, I have hit the wall on one of the sides, which is progress from other times, but other than that I just have dents on the shades. No more new pans. I only have those two pans right here. I give this shade maybe 2 months, maybe 3, maximum 3. I don't think it will take 3 if I actively use it. The problem is I don't really go anywhere except from the gym. That's why I do need to get into filming more often so that I can use things. Those were all of the makeup products. Now for the nail polishes, I do have I'm sinking down more and more. It's time to finish this video. Come on. Oh my god, 42 minutes. And this is the second session. Wow. I guess it will never be short videos. I do have some nail polishes that I rotate through in the project, so it depending on the season. I mean, I don't want to wear a bright orange color every other week now in the winter, so I have kind of wintry shades. So the polishes that I'm working with right now is still this one. This is the H&M. I don't remember the name of the shade. I will write it down below. Actually, even though this seems like a small bottle, this actually has taken quite a long time to finish, and I use it very often, especially lately. I still think I have quite a bit left. It will take me more months, that's for sure. And then I have the Kale polish from the Zodiac collection, the Capricorn, which I hate, my least favorite shade. But in contrary to this one, this actually you see a lot more progress on every time you use it than this one, so that's a positive thing. I've already used almost half of it, which is a great thing because it would be really satisfying to see this product finish. That was everything. I guess it was not a short video after all. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much for watching. If you have stuck till the end, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's probably only you and me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, let me know if you have any favorites, any project and pan if you're working on it or something, and I would love to know actually. I really get inspired by seeing other people's progress. So yeah, please let me know, and I'll see you again in my next one, whenever that is. Bye. Let it be on the record that it just broke as I was doing the thumbnail. The one time I remember to make a thumbnail, this happens. Thank you very much.